In this video, you're going to see the future.
Hello there, you Awakening Wonders. Thanks for joining me today for Stay Free with Russell Brand. Remember how glorious it is that we are alive. What a miracle amidst the abyss that you are conscious and sentient right now, that we are enjoying the gift of life and awareness itself. Yes, we can see in the majesty of nature, surely there was a creator. But who is it that is witnessing this glory? And what a great gift it is. How extraordinary it is to be alive at a time where crisis is utilized to impose further law. If you were watching the show yesterday, and I pray you were, because it was a good one, we back, baby. We back. We talked about Bobby Kennedy's comment on new legislative change in your country, the United States of America. Remember, it is your country. That means that lethal force can now be deployed in protest. Now, it's not as straightforward as that, but it is part of a broader pattern and trend to impose authoritarianism, usually to protect you. Who from? Well, I don't know who you're being protected from, but we'll be getting into it over the course of today. We'll also be looking at this suppressed study around puberty blockers. Puberty is being repressed, and the study about puberty is being repressed. Puberty is part of nature. Let me know in the comments and chat if you agree with that. Has our species gone from a time where we were happy to be able to corral and marshal animals, herding creatures instead of hunting creatures, growing crops instead of foraging for crops? This is me miming an arboreal ape. Swinging from the trees, grabbing at the fruit, see? To where we're actually trying to farm our own hormones. Do you see some odd corollary in this, from going from wars against nations to wars against drugs, to wars against terror, to the war against germs, to the war against hormones, the war against humanity itself? We're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about Kamala's recent town hall performance, but all of that will be happening off YouTube. I'll tell you why. I come onto YouTube, you guys, to gather and to corral, because I know that people use that once great platform in order to get great content. And if you're watching stuff about football, American or English, it don't matter, or if you're watching stuff, I don't know, makeup tutorials, go crazy, be on YouTube. But if you want the truth about your environment, you're going to have to join us on Rumble, because on Rumble, we can speak freely. CEO Chris Pavlovsky and Claudio and all the guys over there at Rumble, they do deals with people like me and Glenn Greenwald and Crowder and Bongino and Dave Rubin to ensure that we can do what we've always done, speak openly and freely. Now, every single one of the men that I just listed there have points of difference with me when it comes to geopolitics and international and national politics. But I'm telling you now, they're all speaking authentically about their experiences. And if you want that kind of uncensored information, rather than that pre-chewed cud coughed up from the MSNBC cow herd, then you gotta join us on Rumble. Let's get into today's stories straight away. Donald Trump appears to... We're gonna have a bit of fun first. We're not going to jump straight into the madness and the potential civil disruption and disturbances. We're not going to do that yet. When Russell looks like a ball boy at Wimbledon, I will not have that. I will not have that. I'm blocking that ball, baby. Do you think so? A ball boy woman? Mind you, they're quite cute, aren't they? Don't you think? I don't think people support genocide. We're against all forms of genocide. We're against all forms of war. We're against all suffering. We defend the rights of all people to worship their creator. We defend the rights of all people to live safely. But where are we going to get law from? Who's going to ensure that Moses' laws are obeyed? Who's going to ensure that we live in connection with some sort of spirit? I don't know. We're going to work that out over the course of the hour, though. We'll be okay. Russell's eyes are sad today, says Flower Power 678. I don't think so. I'm extremely happy. I've got 2 beautiful daughters. I've got a beautiful son. I've got a beautiful wife. I'm being supported by the Destiny Church down here in the Redneck Riviera. We're whooping it up. I'm driving a truck, man. I'm driving a Ram Longhorn. A Ram Longhorn. Isn't that the most American thing you've ever heard? We're going to be looking at Kamala's town hall in a minute, Liquor Giant. And by the way, you guys awakened wonders like True Chimera and Sensitive Hearts. I saw someone asking about The brick story, we covered it yesterday. It's up on Rumble right now. We're probably, my man Massey up there in Canada, he'll be cutting a video about that even now. That brick story, you're right. Because while we're here flapping about the ways in which Donald Trump could be like Hitler from a mainstream media perspective, out in the real world, shit's going down that you might want to be focusing on, baby. Okay, let's have a look at Trump's new dance. We're going to just muck about for a bit on YouTube. Then you're going to click the link in the description, obviously, if that's where your free will takes you. And you can become a little part of our movement that we're creating. And by the way, if you're not an Awaken Wonder yet, become one, because later on today, in about an hour, I'm going to be doing Break Bread with Ruslan. Do you guys know him? He's like a YouTuber. And when I was first becoming Christian all those months ago, he was one of the first people who was like, oh, is Russell Brand for real? Or is it going to be like Kanye West and all that kind of stuff? Man, the Lord is working hard on me. He's changing me fast. But we still got to make sure that we stay awake in politics, because do you know what I'm increasingly realizing? That to walk with Christ is to become a revolutionary, not to be rebellious against the law of God, not to be rebellious against the principles and honor that is demanded of those of us that are going to walk in the light of the Lord. But we got to get radical against government corruption right now, right here, right now. It's all going to make sense. Can you get back on Rogan, please? Well, yeah, I'd love to. I mean, I'm not in charge of their booking. All right. Let's, okay, come on, we've got lots to get on with. I don't know why I'm still chatting. I've got a lot to do. I don't know why I'm getting distracted. There's so much to tell you about. I can't mess around. Let's get on with this thing. First, we're going to just have some light-hearted fun looking at our man. Oh my God. Dafter, have you wished Katy Perry a happy... She can't be 40. She's not 40. It is Katy Perry's birthday today, and I was married to Katy Perry once. Yes, of course, I wish Katy Perry a happy birthday, and I pray for her family, and I pray that her and her husband are having a blessed day, and that her children feel blessed. She is a beautiful, lovely person, and I was very lucky to be married to her back then. She's a good person. I've got nothing but love for her and her family. I wish them all the best. All right, let's have a look at what Trump's up to. I don't see how you can compare that guy to Hitler. I just don't think Hitler would have done that. He was like, have you ever watched him? Like, have you ever like gone back and looked at the speeches of it? It's like, it was not like, young man, da-da-da-da-da, I say, young man, da-da-da-da-da, like, Hitler was not down with golf. Like, he'd have had strong views about that even, wouldn't he? Although I do understand that back in the day it was hard for Jewish people to join golf clubs. I don't know. You can let me know in the comments and chat. Maybe there's some crossover, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, so there it is. And this is good, I've heard. Now, J.D. Vance, a good Catholic, comes from nothing. Come from nothing. Say what you like about J.D. Vance. That guy grew up in what I would call proper squalor. Proper, was it redneck or more hillbilly? I don't know all of your terms. Hillbilly. Oh, yeah, because it was a hillbilly elegy. That's what he wrote, wasn't it? An elegy for the hillbillies. Well, here he is doing a town hall hosted by Chris Cuomo, and Trump does a surprise call. I've not seen this yet. This seems good.
You have a call right now from former President Donald John Trump. He wants to weigh in. Mr. President, I know there's a little bit of a delay. Can you hear us? And what is your question for the senator?
Well, I can hear you, Chris, and I do have a question, and I think it'll be quite an interesting one. The answer should be easy. How brilliant is Donald J. Trump?
Take your time. Think about it.
Well, first of all, sir, this is supposed to be undecided voters. I would hope that I have your vote, of all people.
Nice. Bit of fun, light-hearted. This is what I'm noticing now, is that there's a peculiar anachronistic quality to the Democrat campaign. What I mean by that is when you see celebrities trotted out, don't it seem to you somehow retro? Like, even though I acknowledge that someone like Tucker Carlson, say, one of the most significant political voices, this screen's gone down, guys, one of the most significant political voices in your country is a middle-aged white man. When he's talking about politics, he's sort of saying stuff like, he's talking about deep institutional corruption and power. He's talking about spiritual warfare. He's talking about the principles upon which America is founded and the challenges that are emerging out of globalism. Like getting out like Ben Stiller or something, and with all due respect to Ben Stiller, who I love as an actor and as a comedian, just to say I like Kamala Harris because I've got daughters, just seems old-fashioned. It doesn't seem right. And this continual claim that Donald Trump is somehow like Hitler, it's starting to seem ridiculous. We're going to be covering that in a minute. Mel Gibson, who I'm just dying to get on Break Bread. Wouldn't it, like, you know, Break Bread, my Christian show? You have to be in Awake and Wonder to watch it. We're going to be doing it with Reslan. Do we have an asset for that now, Isaac? Not yet, because I was at 24 hours. You'll do it though, won't you? Or get someone to do it. Yeah. You're good at this stuff. But I thought, like, I see Luke said to me, Luke who does our social media, he said that he got like maybe just a still of it. Hold on, he has. Look, it's a thumbnail. I want to pull up this thumbnail. Look at that. Look at that. Read it and weep. Break Bread with Russell Brand. There's some bread being broken. Now, my hope is pretty soon we'll be seeing Mel Gibson. But tell me what Christians you want to see. But also, you know, non-Christians, although they are going to have to take communion at the beginning of it. I don't know how that's going to be for a non-Christian. So anyway, listen, this is Mel Gibson has said he's voting for, is this a still or is this a video? Oh, this is a video. Mel Gibson is supporting Trump. Let's have a look.
Being voted on in days. What's your thoughts?
Oh, man, that's a big question.
What Trump?
I don't think it's going to surprise anyone who I vote for.
Well, so, I mean, I'm going to guess. We go in. Yeah. I'm going to guess, Trump. Is that a bad guess?
Do you know what? Like, Mel Gibson's made a mistake there because he's rewarding TMZ for doing that following you around stuff. Never give them that. Like, now, like that's a scoop. If he's getting followed up in secondary media. I'm secondary media. He's getting followed up. You know, though, Mel Gibson, think about that dude's career. Like Mad Max, Lethal Weapon, Passion of the Christ, then getting all that trouble, like with the sort of, what did he say? Sugar titty boob, like, and all that. Sugar titty boob! Like, he said some crazy stuff. Like, that dude's interesting. And then think of something like, what's that film called? Apocalypso, was it? Like that one about, that was dope. Like, that man, he a good filmmaker. I've got to say, let's get him on. You are the prime media, says Mrs. CMS. Thank you so much. Remember, guys, stay with us because we're going to be talking to Ruslan in a couple of hours. I'm going to pop off, do a bit of praying, do a bit of 12-step, and then me and Ruslan's going to be chatting, you know? All right, let's have a look at the rest of it.
I think it's a pretty good guess.
Well, what do you think the world will be like in a second term? With President Trump's second term. A lot of people
I know what it'll be like if we let her in.
Yeah. Oh, really?
And that ain't good.
Yeah. Well,
miserable track record. Appalling track record.
What I like about him is he's old school movie star, isn't he? Like someone like Burt Lancaster or Charlton Heston. Like, he's talking like like he's interesting. He's interesting. Let's get him on there. Reach out to him. Yo, Jules, if you're watching this, get Mel Gibson on our show, please. Okay, this is amazing. So, while Mel Gibson might feel like, to some of you, like a figure of the Lethal Weapon era or the Passion of the Christ era, aren't we dealing with, there are some people that are episodically defined by their time. Do you know what I mean by that? Like some people who sort of very much characterize the 90s or the 2000s or the 20s, you know, because they are chained and reigned by their culture. Look at Bill Clinton now, right? When you see Bill Clinton talking about Carrie Lake, and Carrie Lake's come on our show. She is actually a lovely woman, and I think he says physically attractive. It sort of shows you that Bill Clinton, for all of his sort of changes and the changes of our time, is still very much essentially the Bill Clinton he always was. And there's something important in this. Look how the culture's changed. You used to be able to have a president that was like outwardly like a bit of a player. Like, he was a married man, and we all got the sense, that guy he's having sex with more than just Hillary Clinton. And listen, I don't want to make... Who am I to judge or make any comment on that? Who am I to judge? Like, they were married, Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton. You have the distinct impression, and then it was proven, wasn't it? Because I believe there was demonstrably ejaculate upon that blue dress that he was having sexual relations. I mean, what can I say that any more politely? There was demonstrably ejaculate on that blue dress. And then that cigar thing, Right, we all remember that. That was the president. This is in our lifetimes. But Bill Clinton, like, he's all old now, but he's sort of kind of still like it. He's all sort of like, so he's the Joe Biden version of Bill Clinton. And I mean, he's old. I'm going to get old one day. But he's sort of like, he's all sort of like, oh man, but he still want to play that sax, you know? He still wants the reed between his lips, you know? He still wants to tickle them buttons. Somehow, it spilled out of the bedroom and into the Oval Office. Let's have a look at Bill Clinton hitting on Carrie Lake, who I met at the RNC, I think. She's like, dignified woman.
Running against someone who is physically attractive but believes that politics is a performance art.
Physically attractive, but politics is a performance art. He's interesting. What an interesting dude. Let's see, like, Bill, people don't talk like that no more. Like, womanizing, let me tell you from personal experience, womanizing is not cool in 2024. That stuff don't go down well anymore. There used to be a time when male identity was about, like, I can sleep with lots of women. That used to be a thing. Not anymore, baby. Not anymore. And remember, Bill Clinton, just have a look at that dude's flight history. How was he traveling between those islands? How was he getting to Pinocchio's Wonderland? You know, so, like, you know, there's more to it than just sort of being slightly, you know, I don't know, maybe it's no big deal him saying Carrie Lake is an attractive person. But, like, bobbing about on the old sort of Epstein's Wonderland, pretty interesting. Let's have a look at what Carrie Lake had to say about that.
And Bill Clinton, he paid me a compliment. He said I was physically attractive. I woke up to this news this morning. First of all, you know what? As a middle-aged woman, I'm flattered. I'm flattered, okay? I don't get those kind of compliments every day. Two,
she's handling that quite well. Look, this is one of the things that's so weird for me to even wrap my own head around. Like, when I was becoming what you might call politically not awakened, but at least aware, it was like the Republican Party, aren't them the people what's marched us into this crazy war of Iraq, George W. Bush, Dick Cheney, all of that. And like the Democratic Party is all sort of like people like Bill Clinton, like they sort of seem like, hey, savvy, I play the saxophone, or Tony Blair, play the guitar. And you can see what they were doing. They were leaning into countercultural references, like, you know, music being the obvious example in those two cases, and sort of presenting themselves therefore as a sort of an evolution of them old fuddy-duddy Eisenhower, Churchill type politicians that like were literally in wheelchairs with blankets over their legs. Roosevelt, that was it? Like, you know, hey, we're cool, we're hip, we're fly. But now look at Carrie Lake. She's sort of like, I'm flattered. I don't get compliments like that every day. She seems like a cogent, coherent human being, doesn't she? And dear old Bill Clinton, atavistically leaping back to the time where it was okay to say stuff like that. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird how the sides have shifted. No one demonstrates that change more than Bobby Kennedy. And in a minute, when we're off YouTube, not right yet, but in a minute, we'll be talking about his observation that new legislation in your country means that martial law and lethal force could be deployed on the streets of America. And believe you me, the election's going to be a crazy time, and the post-election period is gonna be insane. Let's wrap up this Carrie Lake thing, and we'll be with you on YouTube for a few more minutes. Then you got to join us on Rumble, the sweet stream of sweet and holy freedom.
I thought I was a little too old for him. Doesn't he like interns? 3, I'm happily married to my husband, Jeff, who's right down here. The love of my life. And 4, nobody in their right mind wants to cross Hillary Clinton. It's just dangerous.
That's amazing. I mean, think about how our culture's changed, that's become a mainstream reference now. The old list, the Clinton list, the old unluckies that have known Hillary and Bill Clinton, check that list out. That's a list I do not want to be on. Hello, Brad, Case FDE, saying hello to me from the UK. Hello, Chatter X. Hello, Flower Power 678. I'm saying hello to all of you on Rumble. And if you're on YouTube, you got to join us on Rumble now. But before I leave you, I got a quick message from one of our partners. Do you know that with the forthcoming election, there's a good chance that the world will be, and in particular America will be, a lot more crypto friendly? And that's where today's sponsor, Go Mining comes in. They offer a new way of earning Bitcoin by buying NFTs as a means to acquire a share of hash rate power already dedicated to Bitcoin mining. It helps to avoid difficulties associated with purchasing and maintaining mining equipment. The cheapest NFT is only about $25. The dashboard's pretty easy to navigate, even if, like me, you don't really understand cryptocurrencies that well, except it seems like a sensible thing to be invested in when fiat currencies around the world are collapsing. It's easy to operate. Go Mining has 9 data centers worldwide with significant computational power, offering the lowest electricity rates. Check out Go Mining's website and get a 5% discount using the code STAYFREE. My code is valid only for 10 days from now, so check it out now. If you're interested in Bitcoin, if you're interested in NFTs, but have previously found it too complex and haven't been able to find an interface that you can navigate, now is the right time for you to take advantage of the opportunity that Go Mining is offering you and me and anyone who wants to use it. So check it out now. Take Kimball Brooks in the Rumble chat saying, I still don't understand Bitcoin. Who does? I mean, I don't answer that because I know someone goes, I understand it. I can understand it. Well, you hook up with that Go Mining thing. They'll understand it for you. I'm using it. It's working out for me. So post the link, guys, in the Rumble chat, in the YouTube chat, and in the locals chat for anyone who wants to take advantage of the benefits that Go Mining offers. Hey, listen, if you're watching us on YouTube, start the countdown, Isaac. We're out of here now, baby, because, well, we've got some good stuff coming up. Firstly, Donald Trump's the new Hitler. Guess how? From Madison Square Gardens. I don't remember Hitler doing a rally at Madison Square Gardens. Anyway, that's good. We're going to be covering that. We're going to be covering a brilliant puberty blockers story. And our main story today is about the pattern of authoritarianism that will be deployed to control civil unrest. Think about this. What's going to happen immediately after the election? Is there going to be Jan 6 style disturbances? What's going to happen? Click the link. Get over here with us. Hello, Coles Towning. Hello, Mrs. Tinseldrum. Hello, Minty Free. Your free speech is welcome here. And hello, all of you Awaken Wonders. Listen, we're going to be